Since the overthrow of Sudan's long-term authoritarian president, Omar al-Bashir, in August 2019, the country's military and civilian leaders have been sharing power in Sovereign Council and transitional government. All that came to an end on the 25th of October 2021, when the military effectively took control, dissolving the power-sharing Sovereign Council and temporarily detaining Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok. So far, the Health Ministry official has said 7 people were killed by gunfire and hundreds injured in clashes between soldiers and street protesters. It would seem that coups are making a resurgence in the African political landscape. Guinea had its share with the ousting of President Condé, Mali has had a double blow, then Niger, and now Sudan. Why is Africa witnessing a rise in military takeover in recent times?
If you look at the countries where coups has happened recently, you will discover that these are also countries where there have been long-term dictatorship by strong men who rule with iron fist and pretty much marginalized a significant portion of their countries. I'm talking about marginalization of ethnicities, of certain religious sects and whatnot. So when you have such a very autocratic setting, immediately after that dictator is deemed to not be able to give the people the economic security they deserve, then things may quite start to change.
The United States has condemned the military takeover of the transitional government in Sudan. This contravenes the constitution.
Despite international and regional pressure on the Sudanese military to restore the transitional government, it is becoming difficult to see a way forward under the same framework.
We want the United Nations Human Rights Council to protect our people's lives and to protect the human rights in Sudan during the coup, and to issue strong decisions. Even it can include sanctions against the coup leaders.
Sudan currently has at least 80 political parties. The splintering of political parties and their inability to build consensus has time and again paved the way for military to step in. What then remains of the political future in Sudan?
The future for Sudan hugely depends on how things change in the immediate months following Burhan's coup. And the reason why I'm saying that is if this persists for another year and Burhan remains in power, if you go by the history of military coups in Africa, we can only predict that he will retain that power beyond 2023, which of course was the promised date for the transition government to hold election.
Sudan's economy has been in a deep crisis with high inflation, shortages of food, fuel and medicine. And while the future of democracy in Sudan looks bleak, Sudan's capacity for massive civic mobilization may suggest that the coup is not a done deal. This is what many hope will turn things around. Already, tens of thousands have turned out across the country against Monday's power grab, while negotiations are underway. Rita Omodia reporting for News Central.